Good morning. It's 8:33 on Tuesday, March 25th. We're heading to Sassafras Gap, which is 12.8 miles away, and we're going to be stopping in at Nantahala Outdoor Center probably around lunchtime. That's 5.7 miles away, and it should be mostly downhill. We're going to stop there for lunch, probably have my cheeseburger, and then continue on. It's 12.8 miles overall, and it's going to be a big uphill after we leave the river system, so that should be interesting. Probably won't get in until about 4:30 or maybe 5. It's going to be sunny today, but where I'm at right now, it's pretty breezy and cold, so yeah, it's kind of hard to see what's going to go on out here, but I'm going to show you around here in a minute. I was about to swing my camera around, I realized I'm facing myself, so we'll see how this goes. So I just left the shelter, as mentioned in my previous video, or maybe I didn't, but this is the way I'm going. It's slightly uphill right now. There's a valley down there. It's hard to see through all this brush and trees. Sun's rising in this direction, obviously. Where I came from, and our shelter was down in that valley. I mean, literally just right down there, so not too far down. But getting a cold start. The others are still packing up. They always get a slower start than I do, and that they passed me by within the first hour or so. So yeah, it's just the way it is. I feel much better today. No more upset stomach. I'm looking forward to checking out this outdoor center that I've heard a lot about through my readings. But yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging along and see how it goes. Okay, so we're about a half mile from camp. We thought it was all downhill, but we're actually starting with the climb. But it took us up to the top of this ridge. So that's the direction we're coming from. We're currently standing on a ridge. I have Gretel in front of me, and Dodger's back in camp. He's probably left by now, but there's a valley on both sides of us. Again, it's kind of hard to see because of all the brush and trees and such. But give you a glimpse from this little lookout here. That's kind of all of this out in here is what we've been hiking through over the last few weeks. That's basically it. So it's beautiful, but it's also imposing. It's a lot of work, that's for darn sure. So as fun as I'm having, you know, there are moments of misery where it's just cold in the mornings. That's probably the most miserable time for me getting up out of my sleeping bag. I'm warm in the sleeping bag, but getting out of it, that's tough. The first probably 30 minutes to an hour out of the sleeping bag, getting breakfast going and packing all my gear, that's what I don't care for so much. I'll be looking forward to those days where it's warm at that point in the day. But again, if that's the case, those days will probably be really, really hot days, which will also be miserable in their own way, I'm sure. But again, it's just moments of misery, I guess. It comes along with this whole thing. And for the most part, you know, it's long days of hiking, and it's a lot of fun. So this is a little steep, rocky area. I'm going to be going down in a minute, and I don't want to trip over it, so I'll check back with you. Okay, 9:25 in the morning, sun's out, still breezy. We're coming down this. You can see I'm midway down it. That's where I just came down. And there's Gretel down there. And I'm going to be going down this rock outcropping here. Obviously, I'm not going to go down with the phone turned on, so I'll check out, and if I make it down there, you'll see more video later. If not, then you'll hear about that too, I'm sure. Okay, this is a creative way to get around a blowdown. There's a Gretel. You may not be able to see him through all that mess, but he's climbing up the side of this little mountain here, going up and around, because we have this big obstacle in front of us blocking the trail, so we can't get through here. The idea is he's going to climb up and around, and I'm going to hand him his backpack, hand him my backpack and the poles, and I'm going to do what he did to get up and around. So there he is, making his way. I'll stick with him until he makes it. Break down all the branches for me so I have a clear path.
Sorry?
You break all the branches so I get through easy?
Yeah. I'm trying to. But,
Oh, I'm just kidding. You do what works for you.
This is no fun at all.
So this kind of a blowdown doesn't happen very often. It's only been the second time we've had to hand gear to one another, but this one's substantial compared to the last one. Looks like some people just went down low and climbed over it, but we're trying to be safer. So there he is, he's making his way. And I'm gonna hand over his backpack, and then I'm gonna hand over my backpack. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to videotape that. So I'm gonna let him get through, and the original bushwhacker.
I will definitely have to do a tick search this evening.
Yeah. Not fun. I'm sorry, but at least we're gonna be able to make this happen. I'm gonna turn off my phone now. Okay. I'm gonna go a different route, only because he made it easy by doing the route he did. All right. Thank you.
Kind of seemed like the better way.
It's currently 10:30 or so. I'm waiting at the blowdown that Gretel helped me get over, and I'm waiting for Dodger. I don't know how long it's going to be before he gets here. I've been waiting about 10-15 minutes, but I'm not going to head out until he's here and I can help him get his pack over and give him instruction on how to get over this log, and then we'll make our way down the mountain. So that's just where I'll be until he gets here. But Gretel will get down there and get himself set up and waiting for us. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, it's about 11:40 on the final approach to the knock. I still don't know how to pronounce what NOC stands for, but you can see a series of buildings down there through the trees in the main road. That's where I'm heading. Perfect time to have lunch. I'm so excited about having something substantial food-wise to kind of help, you know, make up the difference of not eating that much. I've lost a little bit of weight already. So anyway, this will be good. Dodger's behind me. I'm assuming he's not too far behind me. I stopped and waited for him to get over that tree earlier. This has been a day of navigating through hazards. There have been a lot of trees down across the trail, blowdowns. Some small and easy to navigate, some big and took a little more effort. I got over all of them on my own, except for that one that I helped Dodger get over. Gretel helped me get over that one before he headed on. So the agreement was Gretel was going to continue on to the knock and I would wait for Dodger. They wait for me all the time. You know, we just help each other out here, and truly I think the reason why any of us will make this whole trail complete is that we have one another to fall back on. I don't know what the future holds in terms of being with them because of their travel visas, but I'm gonna milk every moment of it. We still have 62. 62 joined us, though he's a day behind. He made some changes in his hiking so that he went a little slower than we did. So he's about 10 miles behind, maybe a little more, 15. So when we go through the Smokies and we get off at the town of Gatlinburg, he's gonna keep hiking through, and that's where we'll meet up likely. We'll get him through it too. But anyway, with 62, I think what I'll do is I'll reach out to him and see if he needs anything in Gatlinburg and kind of help him out there, and then he can just reimburse me. That's just what you do. Everybody's helping each other out here, which is awesome. I've been helped a number of times, and I've done my part to help others as well. So it's been great. Hiking community is amazing. Obviously, everyone at home who's cheering me on, thank you so much. I've not had one moment of self-doubt or any of that since I've been out here. This has been amazing. Though, again, I've been fatigued and tired, and there were moments of misery, small moments, nothing major. But when I get little comments about the scenery or just comments to me about how well I'm doing, I don't need that affirmation, but I truly appreciate the affirmation because, you know, this is tough stuff here. I'm not trying to put it lightly, but it's not easy. We're not even halfway through our day yet. We're probably going to be here for about an hour having lunch, and we haven't even gone half the distance. I think we're at like 6 miles, and it's a 12.8 mile day today. And from here, it's going to be like 3,800 feet of elevation over 6 miles, which is ridiculous. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to do that. My assumption is I'll be in just before dark setting up, but we'll see. You know, keep a positive attitude, right? Sunny D, that's me. Anyway, I'll show you more when we get closer to the knock. I'm almost there. Super excited. All right, I made it down to the knock. Gretel's across the street here. Big logging truck. Probably want to get across. The river's going to be on the other side up here. Here we are. How's it going, everybody? Hey, Google. See? Okay, 12:40 at the knock. This is the river. This is where they have all the different gates, and they practice their kayaking through the gates. We'll be walking across the bridge. Actually, maybe not. There's a River's End restaurant right up here that we'll be going to. And then there's a restaurant across the way. And then there's upriver. Looks like a dog's jumping out into the water to have some fun. And there's whitewater rafting that goes on here as well. So you can see it's early in the season, not many people here yet, I guess. But there's some hikers coming down. The shelter tonight's going to be pretty busy. But anyway, we're making our way into the restaurant. It's 2 p.m. We're leaving the outdoor center here. I don't know the name of it yet still, but NOC. You can see the training grounds for kayaks and their outfitter. We had lunch over here, and we spent entirely too much time here. It's going to be 6 o'clock before I get up to that shelter, and I know there are a lot of hikers staying up there. So that should be interesting. It should be pretty crowded. Hopefully there's space for us. And it's all uphill, so 7 miles, 7.2. I'm going to have a rest of my hike, especially after having eaten dinner or lunch. But it was a much needed stop. And, happy to say that I did eat a huge hamburger and fries, and now Gretel and I are heading out. Dodger's getting a few things from the outdoor center, so he's going to be lagging behind us, but again, he always finds a way to catch up, so here we go. It's about 10 till 4. I'm well into my climb up the mountain after having been at the knock with the hamburger and all. I think the burger really helped fuel me along because I'm feeling good. It's been a climb, but fairly gradual. Gretel's way out ahead of me, and Dodger's way back behind me. Although I still think that Dodger will catch me before too long. He stayed in the knock a little longer than us at the outfitter store. He wanted to get some different camp shoes. He wasn't happy with what he had. And I believe he was going to switch out his sleeping pad as well. So he brought a few things with him from Wales or mail order. And he hasn't been happy with them, so he's finding opportunities to switch them out. So that took him a while, I'm sure. But I'm guessing he'll catch up sooner or later. About 3.5 miles away from the shelter, which is about an hour and 45 minutes. So I'll be there about 5:45. Sunset is, I think, between 6:30 and 7 is what I heard from the person at the restaurant that I asked. So I should have enough time to set up a tent if needed. You can see the trail. It just continues to climb. That's basically all it's been. Steady climb here. Gradual though, somewhat. Definitely getting my hiking legs in because not really as winded as I was once before, you know, a week and a half ago. Not winded and not really struggling. Taking my time. And I would like to stay in the shelter. It's a big shelter apparently, enough room for 14. Typically it's 7, so that tells me it's probably a double-decker shelter. And it'll be exciting. I've been staying in shelters the last 5 nights. Haven't set up my tent in over a week. And I haven't had any issues with mice. And I'm comfortable in the shelter. good at blocking the wind. So we'll see if I get that opportunity again tonight. And yeah, this is the direction I'm going. As you can see, it's starting to level off a teeny bit. There's the drop off down there. That's the climb I've made so far. And this is the top of the ridge, though I'm not at the top because I'm still climbing. So I'll check back with you as I get closer to the shelter and we'll go from there. Okay, it's 6:40. We're at mile 144, Sassafras Gap Shelter.
Hi.
And yeah, you can say hi. This is going to elementary school kids, so yeah. There's some tents down low. There's a little creek down there, so Dodger's filling up water. But I want you, there's the privy, some other tents I want you to see. This is what it looks like when everybody kind of meets up at a shelter. There's some people eating here. This is Sassafras Gap Shelter. There are about 7 people up top there, and about 6 of us down below in the middle there. But yeah, this is what it looks like when a shelter's crowded. Good evening, it's 7:30. I'm at Sassafras Gap Shelter. It's a full house tonight, I'd say, in this area with tents and the shelter itself. There are probably about 30 backpackers, so we're going to be competing for space over the next few days. Dodgers had sore hips, so we're going to play it by ear in terms of how far we get each day. But there's a good number of people here. I mean, we've run into a good number of these people off and on throughout the trail over the last 2 weeks. Some are new to us. It was a good day. We got a lot in, 12.9 miles, and it was rough coming up that mountain, but it's good that the day's over, and I'm excited about starting tomorrow. We were looking at 15, but that's not going to happen now. We're going to cut it short, but we'll let you know how it goes. So have a good night, and thanks for following along. Sunny D out.